what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do. And that's the thing. What we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Sometimes these big numbers, and it's like, wow, that's big, man. Don't know how big it is, but it sounds big. It's like, wow, what the hell have I stepped into? Stepped into a sci-fi film, man. Where's all that itchy batty blue roll, man?
Bless and welcome to the COVID-19 experience, where ORT looks primarily, but not exclusively, at the African diaspora's experience of living with the COVID-19 pandemic. We're speaking with Kali today in Wolverhampton in the United Kingdom. So Kali, what is it you want to tell us about your experience so far of COVID-19?
Wow, it's kind of shocking, really. I mean, you know, we're all going through some kind of shock kind of type thing, you know. It feels like me, myself, you know. Shock, work colleagues, shock, sleepless night. And who knows what this is triggering within us also, you know.
Mm-hmm.
On one aspect. On the other aspect, I see, you know, people spending time with the family, which is the people just seem to realizing that, you know, spending time with the kids and stuff and with each other, which is out of this negative thing, there are some positives, you know.
Yeah.
But like they say, you know, what do they say? Chaos. What's chaos? Chaos is what do they say? Chaos is it's opportunity and what's the other one? I forget the word. Yeah. I forget where I was going.
But basically, it doesn't have to be all negative. There can be something that's positive that comes out of it.
Well, yeah, because we always can find a positive out of a negative, yeah. Well, I like to think, you know, there's always a positive out of a negative.
Yeah, it's like the vortex of 3, 6, 9, and 9 being the positive outcome, but you cannot get rid of 3 and 6, which are the negatives.
Yeah.
And you mentioned there it may be triggering off something within us. Say a little bit more about that.
Well, you know, with stress, because we know say stress is a killer, and I mean, when our mind, you know, goes through, when we see like, I don't know, like images, say we see like horror images, or we hear horror story and things, the body has to cope with that, innit? I'd like to think, you know, because you know the body has to produce these chemicals to calm you down and make you think, oh, okay, all right, and get over it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But these things must build up when we've seen so much, you know, toxic stories and the images, and you know what I mean. It must, you know, play a toll on the body, I think. You know, that's why I like to try to keep positive, you know, and positive things. And, you know, if somebody said, why, 21 dead, you know, and it's like, oh, okay, all right, that's rough, man. But I don't want to see the graphic images of it.
Yeah. They become desensitized after a while.
Well, that's right, you know.
And I wonder how many people look at the news or hear the news and they say, oh, X amount of thousands have died in Spain and Italy, United Kingdom and America. Yeah. I wonder what the numbers mean to them. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. So I know for me, when I see these big numbers, you know, and you can count so far. You know, when I see these big numbers, like these millions and trillions, it's like, wow, it's like, you know, it's too big to comprehend. Yeah. Sometimes these big numbers, and it's like, wow, that's big, man. I don't know how big it is, but it sounds big.
Yeah.
You know?
I think they said that in the United States right now, there's 26 million people who have signed on for unemployment, which is the equivalent of the whole population of Australia.
Wow. And that is some big stress. Because all of a sudden, one day you're dancing, you know, and this week, you know what I mean? It's a different story, you know, for a lot of people, even myself, you know. We're all thinking, what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do. And that's the thing. What we're gonna do.
What has been the impact in Wolverhampton from your observations from the COVID-19?
Well, everybody looks like a surgeon now. That's one thing. You know, I don't know. People are following the order. You know.
What they're following. Which artists do you see them following?
I can see looking at my window, my little space. What I see, you know what I mean. There's a few people on road. Everything's it's quieting down a bit. You know, saying that on road, but underground. You know, on the I went for a cycle. The canal's only at the back of me here. I went for a cycle ride, and it was very busy. Very busy. I've never seen it so busy, ever really. There's a lot of people going for a walk. The weather's nice, got good weather. There's a lot of people out with their families, people cycling,
Mm-hmm. So you're seeing
in the park.
Seeing people with masks, gloves on one hand, people maintaining social distance on one hand.
Yeah, that's right.
But when you come off the beaten track, you're seeing normality, or what you knew to be normality.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. There's still people wary of people. You know what I mean? People seem a bit nervous sometimes, and you're passing them and they're going inside the bush and thinking, okay, all right. But like I say, if you follow the narrative, what's going on right now, then you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
You comply, you follow the order.
Yeah, it's interesting. You said the narrative. I did a post recently speaking about Joseph Goebbels and his very poignant and powerful remark that the bigger the lie, the more you repeat it, the more people believe it.
Small children, but like teenager type, I don't see many of them around.
Okay.
Perhaps they're in the house and with family. So I don't know. That's only from my little window here, what I see from here.
Mm. So how has it changed you then in terms of your movements?
Well, me, you feel like a prisoner, innit? It feels like, but if I'm not playing, because I play music and stuff, and usually I'm playing out here, there, and everywhere. And if I'm not playing here, there, and everywhere, then generally I'm just in, So being in doesn't, bother me too much. But, being able to go out, well, there's nowhere to go out. And you want to go out and say, even to interact with some of your friends and stuff, or go around the little social club around the corner and see people. It's a bit, missing seeing people, like how I used to see people. But yeah, I forget where I was going with this now. And yeah,
you was in the Gambia recently.
Oh yeah.
How does coming back to COVID-19 compared to your experience in the Gambia?
Well, one minute you're having a great time and living the dream, and then you step back and you step off the plane and I step straight into, like I say, masks, people in their masks and things. I'm thinking, what's going on here? Was everybody masked up and stuff? Well, we heard some of the stories, but like I say, I don't hear much when we're over there. But stepping back into this situation, it was like, wow, what the hell have I stepped into? Stepped into a sci-fi film, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then luckily or what, I could have been trapped over there, which would have been all. But I come back here and, step into this, and it's like, wow, you know, went to work the same week, got back, and then next thing you know, it's all happening. Panic attack, sleepless nights, stress.
For you or people, you know?
Well, for me, and you know, 'cause I work in a care, do some care work, and you know, anybody be having sleepless nights, and you know, lack of appetite, and not wanting, you know, to eat anything, and just feeling, you know, a bit down, like, you know, everybody had the same kind of feelings.
One of the things that a lot of people have not articulated is this collective death instinct. Who's going to be next? Is it going to be me? And maybe that's connected to these sleepless nights that you're talking about, loss of appetite.
Is it going to be me? Well, yeah.
Because it seems indiscriminate.
Mm-hmm.
And even though they tried to predict in the early stages that, it was, you know, it was the elderly who were most at risk, then it was Black people who was most at risk. We then get numbers of actually younger people being at risk and everybody being at risk.
Yeah. Everybody's at risk.
Rich, poor.
Yeah. Politician, royalty, everybody have it.
Yeah.
Who's on it?
So one of the things that we're probably not speaking about is this death instinct that we are unconsciously preoccupied with, whether or not this is going to be our last days. Because people have died around you, right?
Yeah. But there's been a spate of Black people dying around here in this area. A lot. I mean, you know, we saw a fair few, you know, throughout the year, but perhaps because everything is being called Corona, COVID, or whatever they want to call it, you know, perhaps everything is a little thing they're calling it, you know. If a man goes to hospital for his toe, oh, man gone in, got COVID, you know, man gone in hospital, got COVID. Oh, okay. So any little thing, you know, it seems, you know, they're calling it, so it's difficult to think, well, is it or is it something else, or they're just saying anything? Because I see the piece of paper on the right there now saying when people, because it's Corona time now, and anybody can get diagnosed with it. Anybody who's sick, they say that they have it, you know. I don't know.
You had an interesting story connected to that about your journey to New Cross Hospital, the main hospital in Wolverhampton, a week or so.
Well, now the thing is, I plan to go up there, but a friend of mine actually went there before I got there, and he come back and he said, "God, man," he said, "when I went to the hospital, you know, I thought he'd be more busy, like how they were saying." He said he was bloody empty compared to how we know it. He said he walk around and the place isn't like what they're saying.
Right.
And he said doctor and nurses walking around, no gloves, no mask, just doing their thing. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. Because they're saying that Wolverhampton is, I went to work and they said, oh my God, Carl, oh, Wolverhampton is the hot spot now in the country.
Yeah. I saw it at Channel 4 News.
Yeah. I says, wow. I says, okay. Yeah.
So that doesn't bear up with what you see with your own eyes.
Well, you know, like I say, it's difficult to see, but like I say, everyone's chatting on telephone now and messaging and blah, blah, blah. And really and truly, I haven't heard nothing really to say. Yes, well, a couple of people said, oh, yeah, one or two people have died, and they related it to the COVID. But when it's a hotspot, I would have thought I'd be hearing more and more people still, But a few people have mentioned it, but I don't know myself personally, I really don't know, because people could just take the narrative. What's going on here?
How has it affected your dietary regime? What you eat, what you don't eat, how you're maintaining your immune system, etc.
It's been good because I've noticed there's a lot of veg, and I'm a vegetarian, stroke vegan, and there's a lot of veg around. A lot of veg. So instead of queuing up in stores and whatever, I've just been, getting my veg and stuff. Quite easy to get. And I've really been enjoying the vegetables and the fruits that's been available.
Easily available, right?
It's been great, man. All the vegetarians I know, they're having a ball, man. Dinner-wise. Loads of things.
Well, for
Loads of things to eat.
The toilet paper and the meat was the first things to go.
Yeah, I still can't understand that, but people now to maintain themselves, If you need loo roll, then you need loo roll, but the people I know implement alternative ways anyhow throughout the whole life, and that's the good old water.
Yeah.
Because what sorry, I was in some time ago. I brought some loo roll anyhow, and that's what really put me off the whole bloody thing in the local corner shop. And to my surprise, bloody hell, my batty itch, man. And now you're going in the store now. Where's all that itchy batty loo roll, man? Who's using that? Yeah, man. Yeah, sorry. It's one of those. It's one of those things. Where's it gone? Because some people be going through some torture. I just tried it the once, and I said, "Nah, man, I'm using that one too." I can end up buying name brand. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, I guess nobody's gonna come this time because this is desperate measures. So nobody's gonna be calling up any of the watchdogs. So listen, this time, you know what I mean? So I'm at the scratch out my meat here at your time. That was funny.
Horrible, man.
Something that come to my mind the other day. I was speaking to somebody the other day in South Florida, and we were speaking about this being like a time of war, in terms of the death numbers. And he said, well, modern war does not have this number of deaths. But maybe war, especially in the First World War, if you believe it was a world war, they had these deaths. But what we don't have is these moments of reflection that war can bring to you, where people feel closer to God or closer to their manliness or humanness, their vulnerabilities. And is this now a good time for people to start to say thank you to certain people who they've never said thank you to, or apologize to certain people who they need to apologize to? Given that we don't know if we're going to be alive in 3 weeks or a month's time.
I don't know, I don't know. Well, no, because if they haven't done it by now, then bloody hell.
But there is something about seizing the moment.
But if they wait until this time, there's always tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week.
Even with the death toll as it is, is that a healthy way of looking at the world?
No, it probably isn't. But yeah, I don't know. It's not, no, I suppose not. Mm-mm.
How has it affected you spiritually?
Spiritually, I'm on top. I always try to have a positive outlook. I think it's very positive. Also, some things, you know, do get hyped up. There's some hype going on also in this
Tell me more.
situation, I think. Well, I just feel since the controllers ever tell the truth,
Good question.
it's been pure hype. There's a lot of hype. There's hype somewhere along the line. We know it's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere along the line, somewhere we know, because historically we've always seen bullshit.
Mm.
But we're so fresh into this. We're in it. We can't see it so well. Well, some can't. But, you know, there's always been some form of bullshit, I've found. So
Some can't see
spiritually.
it. So the ones who can see it, what are they seeing, do you think?
Well, they're seeing some of the hype, some of the information coming out that things aren't, you know, may not be what they seem, you know.
Yeah.
Because we know something all right. We smell a rat. You know, we smell a rat, but where is it? It's, you know, I mean, it's under the floor, is it in the wall? Where is it? It's somewhere. Well, we know, but we're working it out. We're seeing it. You know.
Yeah.
But spiritually, yeah, man, I feel great.
Good feeling.
Spiritually, I feel great. That's just me. I just feel, you know, I feel all right. I feel good. I got my health and strength, you know.
Mm.
And, you know, I'm positive. It's good seeing, you know, people, families together, everybody chatting, checking out they are. You're all right, yeah. You know, people check on you, see if you're all right. Check on them if they're all right, have a little chat.
Mm.
When most times everyone's working, I said, "Bye, I ain't got the time really, you know. You know what I mean? I was just giving you a quickie, and it's good to have some good long chats, you know, with friends and family and stuff. And also time to reflect, time to think what we're going to do for the future, you know, and stuff.
Yeah, that whole thing about the future having to be different is something that's come up a few times. I'm
Because
not
we're kind
yet
of bloody
convinced.
stuck. Not knowing a bit of what's going to, you know what I mean? Without this seeing the road ahead, it's damn tough, man.
Oh, you mean?
Well, if you're not sure what's going to be happening, then it's kind of tough how to plan. You don't think?
Yeah. What you mean, like travel and so?
Yeah, that's number one for me. Is the travel.
Yeah, going back to the Gambia.
You know, well, yeah. Just the movement, being able to move.
Going back to Africa is one thing you can't look forward and say, "Oh, I'll be back by August." Yeah, no, that's
yeah. Because people, got holidays book up and people want to go away, and you know, and I mean, we've just been through Thomas Cook, innit?
Yes.
Stopping us from traveling.
Yeah, that went belly up.
Yeah, and that matched up a lot of people's holidays and stuff. So when we went to go on holiday last year, it was an issue. Prices gone up and all kind of long flights and whatever we're going to put up with, and then step back here again, and the next issue is this COVID business, you know.
All right,
yeah.
I've got one that you probably have to give a little bit of thought here. What does black masculinity mean to you in relation to this?
Black masculinity?
Yeah, what does it mean to be a black man in the middle of this pandemic?
Wow. Man, you got me, catch me there, brother. Yeah.
No, I ask this question because I think the mainstream media, it just homogenizes everyone. And there have been soundings of the African diaspora being more predisposed after initially being thought of as not being affected at all. So this, for me, raises questions about, so what does it mean for us to be interpreted by a media who is not driven by an Afrocentric worldview, interpreting our sense of being within this pandemic? And how has that affected us as a people? Maybe there's no effects, I don't know, but it's a question that comes to my mind.
Well, it's got to be, I don't know.
For me, on one level, you know, it raises some questions about the world ending and on what terms does it end. As we, for many years, especially if you have a church background, which most black people have, we've always been saying God is coming. Or we're expecting some pestilence.
Somebody's coming
to be on the land as a result of greed within mankind. You know, mankind has constructed a system which is void of God being at the center, or spirituality being at the center of it. That at some point you're playing with fire and you're going to get burned. That to me is a sign of blackness in a sense, because we were standing outside the system, because we wasn't integrated into the system. We weren't mainstream. We weren't stakeholders. And what we were able to say was, they're going to get their comeuppance. All these things that they're doing, oppressing people, robbing from people's countries, not respecting nature, not staying within the laws of nature, means that you're playing with fire and one day you're going to get burned. That is what I understand to be a sense of blackness. What's your thoughts?
Wow. I don't know. I don't know. I have to think about that one, brother.
Okay.
Deep, you know.
Pardon?
Say deep, you know.
Well, when we have a next conversation, you can feedback on that one. How has it affected you as a father then? This lockdown, no contact?
Yeah, it's just telephone business now, innit? Telephone is the ruler now, yeah. I mean, you got your family around the corner and you know, some of them, you know, I'll say you can't visit, but can't do it really, is it?
Long distance relationships almost, even when people are close, you have to be at a distance.
Yeah. That's the thing now. Everything's at a distance. Your friend at a distance. You buck up on your spa now. And we used to hug up on whatever. You know, it's now the elbow or the foot.
From 6 foot apart.
Yeah, some people don't know what to do, and you know, you don't wanna say, "Oh," and in close column space, you don't want to get nervous, and so you have to give them the distance, and it feels tough. Some friends I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. Sometimes I have to hold them up, man. We have to. You know what I mean? Come on, man. I'm a rebel. I can't. You know, I have to. We have to greet ourselves, some of our friends sometime, and give the love. We got his love.
Yeah, for real. No, that's a very powerful one. What about the elderly in your community? How are they being looked at?
Yeah, this is the thing now.
Because I know
to get
a few weeks
them.
ago you told me that somebody who was close to you had passed away, an elderly lady.
Yeah.
And a couple of elderly gentlemen But there are still many other areas out there, and some of them are probably lonely.
This is it, you know. I'd like to see somebody come around and sit with them, chat, have a cup of tea, and all that kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, it's quite sad. I talked to one of my friends, and he was saying, "Wow, my old mum, you know, I want to see my mum, and you know, with the COVID thing, can't go wrong there, and she's not very well, and blah blah blah."
Whoa.
I says, brother, me personally, I'm not holding my mum like that, man. I'm going to my mum, man. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
Thank you for the interview. I'll probably hook you up again in a week or so's time. Thank you very much. And we'll speak again, Kali. Thank you for the interview. What good in now and again. Yeah?
I'll try my best, brother.
Included below are related links to this discussion. Please share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, talk the thing.